Hi, Henry. Hi, Cora. Hi, Bonnie. I'm recording this on my new iPad, and so I don't quite know where to look. I think the camera's right there. Anyway, Henry, you know who this is. Mr. Putter and Tabby feed the fish. I don't think we've read this one. There are so many at the library. I can't keep track of how many I've read and how many I haven't read. You'll know. Okay, Mr. Putter and Tabby Feed the Fish by Cynthia Rylant. She's a very prolific author. Prolific means she writes a lot. Oh, I'm so used to looking over here where my other camera was on the iPad, but now my camera's there. Okay, Grandma's being a little goofy, getting used to this. The first chapter is called The Fish Store. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby loved going to the fish store. Mr. Putter loved it because he had owned goldfish as a boy, and he had always liked goldfish. Tabby loved it because it made her whiskers tingle and her tail twitch. Tabby was old, but she still loved excitement, and fish were exciting. One day, Mr. Putter and Tabby were watching the fish in the fish store when Mr. Putter said, "Let's bring some home." It had been many years since Mr. Putter had owned a fish, and he thought it would be fun to have some again. It would make him feel like a boy. And it would be good exercise for Tabby's tail. Uh-oh. "We'll take 3 and a nice big bowl," Mr. Putter said to the fishman. Mr. Putter and Tabby drove their fish home. Tabby nearly twitched herself right out of the car. She wasn't sure she could handle this much excitement. Chapter 2, Bat. Back at home, Mr. Putter got the fish bowl ready, and he dropped the 3 fish in. Plop, plop, plop. And then he gave them some food. The fish seemed very happy. They swam and swam and ate and ate. Mr. Putter watched, and Tabby batted. Bat, bat, bat. "Don't bat the fish," said Mr. Putter. Oh, I wonder if the cat is trying to catch him. Oh, but Tabby couldn't help it. She got all twitchy. But Tabby couldn't help it. She got all twitchy. Bat went her paw on the glass. "No batting," said Mr. Putter. Bat, bat, bat. Bat, bat, but. Finally, Mr. Putter said, "Come on, Tabby, let's go to bed. We'll watch the fish tomorrow." Tabby wanted to go to bed, and she needed to go to bed. She was tired from all that batting, but she couldn't move. "Bedtime, Tabby," said Mr. Putter. Bat, bat, bat. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby. Mr. Putter looked at the fish. He said. He went to get a pillowcase. He put it over the fishbowl. "Now can we go to bed?" Tabby purred and followed him up to bed. Chapter 3, Bat, Bat, Bat. The next morning, Mr. Putter woke up. Tabby wasn't there. "Tabby," he called, and he listened. He thought he could hear something. It sounded very faint. It sounded very far away, but he thought he could hear it. It went bat, bat, bat. Do you notice, Henry, you'll remember this. I think Cora's too little, Bonnie's too little. Do you notice Mr. Putter's bed? Doesn't it look exactly like the bed in your room on the island at the big house? Yep, it's got these curly cues and it has these, they're called pineapples on there. Same bed. "Oh dear," said Mr. Putter as he rode from the same bed that you have and put on his slippers. He went downstairs to the fishbowl. The pillowcase was still over it, but the pillowcase had grown a tail. Mr. Putter lifted off the pillowcase, and there was Tabby. Her eyes were wide, her fur was pointy, and her tail was terribly twitchy. "Oh, Tabby dear," said Mr. Putter, "I think you have a fish problem." Mr. Putter got a bucket and he put it over the fishbowl. "Can we have breakfast now?" he asked Tabby. Tabby purred and followed him to breakfast. They watched the birds instead of fish while they ate. Tabby didn't have a bird problem. Mr. Putter was glad. He wasn't sure he could get all those birds under one bucket. Chapter 4, So Relaxed. The bucket stayed over the fishbowl for a week. Mr. Putter tried taking it off a few times, but Tabby got all twitchy and batty, and he had to put it back on. Finally, Mr. Putter got tired of looking at an upside-down bucket. "Tabby," he said one morning, "let's see if Mrs. Teaberry would like some fish." Mrs. Teaberry was Mr. Putter's neighbor, and she usually liked everything. "Certainly," said Mrs. Teaberry. When Mr. Putter phoned, "Zeke and I would love some fish." Zeke was Mrs. Teaberry's good old dog. You already know that. So do I. Mr. Putter and Tabby carried the fishbowl over. Mr. Putter told Mrs. Teaberry about Tabby's fish problem. Mrs. Teaberry was very nice. She said that the fish made a lot of cats twitchy and batty. That made Tabby feel better. Mr. Putter and Tabby had milk and cookies with Zeke and Mrs. Teaberry. Then they said goodbye to the fish and they went home. Everything was great after that. It turned out Zeke did not have a fish problem. Fish did not make him twitchy, and fish did not make him batty. Fish just made him very, very sleepy. Whenever Zeke needed to relax, he watched the fish. Zeke was so relaxed. Mr. Putter and Tabby were relaxed too. Of course, they had always been very good at relaxing, except with fish. They just curled themselves into Mr. Putter's warm chair and slept without a single twitch. Ah! I dropped the book. Oops. Oops. Oh, I dropped the book, but you know what? It was the last page. They were good at relaxing. Okay, well, that's me trying a new format for reading, and I hope you liked it. I have another one to read. Love you. Now what do I do?